the Kombat Corner.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Kombat Corner. I'm Minion.
And Quario, how's it going?
And today on the KomKast, we're going to be talking about Hector's appearance in Brazil, Sonya's new screenshot, and some of the gameplay videos.
Yeah, it's basically Hector at the Brazilian game show in Rio de Janeiro, discussing the new features in Mortal Kombat 9. The crypt, the new X-ray vision, yeah, of course we all seen that. And answering questions. So he pretty much said that we're going to see a lot of content than we've seen before in the previous MK games, like hopefully some blooper reels, some backstory art, some concept art, some movies, some character movies from MK vs. DC, hopefully, and a new game, MK9.
Yeah, I noticed that we got the crypt, which debuted in MKDA, and then we got in MKD and MK, and then we got some bios and stuff in MK vs. DC. But in this game, you know, with the hardware and stuff on their new consoles for the new gen, we should see a lot more content.
Oh yes, we should, my friend. WB Games has pretty much helped a hand in NetherRealm Studios, and we're pretty much going to see a lot. And I thought the crypt was a fantastic feature in MKDA. I mean, we got to see what it was, you know, behind the making of the game, and like art, video, blooper reels. I mean, most fighting games don't even have what MK has. It's just like one big media package in one game.
Yeah, MK goes very in-depth with their media, whereas like Soul Calibur 4, you know, they had like the ending videos for everything, which is really high quality. I'd still like to see full motion videos make it into MK again in the future, but Soul Calibur 4 had like the art and stuff, and like the ending, and then the ending for the Creative Fighter, which I thought was cool. But yeah, I think MK, as far as like media, really goes in depth.
I think they really should step it up a notch though when it comes to like full motion videos. I know it's going to be a lot of work for like, you know, motion capture and doing all the acting, but storyboard art is okay. I mean, we've seen it in MKDA, Deception, and we just need like full motion videos to actually get in that character's mind. Like, what is he gonna do next? What is his destiny? What is his faith?
Yeah.
And how is he gonna end up in the future MK franchise?
Yeah, well, got a view of Sonya's new screenshot. What do you think about that? What do you think about her look?
Fierce.
I thought it was a little bit too sexy, you know. I'm a Sonya fan, and the only thing I like about it is the color, black, you know, because that mostly stands out on any female character. But yeah, they should have just thought over through her design thoroughly. They should really, you know, pick which one is good, because we all know that NetherRealm team likes to have sexy outfits on female characters to draw in more fans and non-fans alike.
Yeah, that's like with in MKD when Kira debuted. You know, she kind of reminded me of like the more sexier, feminine Sonya, whereas Sonya was more like the badass, I guess you could say. She was more like the military girl. But I mean, the new outfit isn't too bad. I don't hate it, but I don't like it because it just seems more Kira than it does Sonya.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because, like, I know they mostly get their concepts from movies, cartoons, or shows. You know, like Nikita, The Predator, Karate Kid.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, I think they could have thought thoroughly over her design. I don't hate it, or I don't like it either, but, you know, just guess I'll deal with it.
I think they could pretty much fix her midriff if they wanted to, but we all know how that goes. But anyway, with the gameplay videos that Hector showed us at Brazil, I thought some of them were good. I was kind of disappointed to not see Jax. I mean, we had the revealing of him last week on game trailers, but in this build we didn't see him. So, I mean, it was a little bit of a disappointment, but at the same time, I'm glad to see that he has more TLC this game.
Yeah, he's been pretty much held back. I don't know why. He's in like the distant shadows. We can't even see gameplay footage of him, nor the other characters. But hopefully in December or the beginning of January, we'll see at least 3 new characters unveiled in gameplay videos.
But anyway, like with the new characters that are going to be in the game, you know, it's kind of funny with like Ermac and Goro, because with those pictures that were leaked on the internet, It's I heard Hector over say Ultimate MK3, whereas in the beginning, before we saw all that, he said it was kind of like paying homage to the first 3 games, but he never said Ultimate. So
Yeah, I think we will see a little bit of Ultimate MK3 in the new game.
Excellent.
Well, for DLC wise, I think we will see some of the characters that weren't in 1, 2, and 3 make it for DLC.
how would you feel that if they brought some of the characters from like the storyline of Sub-Zero's Mythologies game in MK4?
Oh, I think that would be a pretty good idea. You know, the Executioner, Quan Chi's Fortress, the monks from the Sky Temple. You know, it would just make a good transition. I mean, one of the bosses that stood out for me in that game was the Earthrealm Fire boss. I like the way he did the slap uppercut and your player would just like fly off the screen and back on the ground again. But one of the sluggish characters in there was the Earthrealm Rock boss. The water boss would have made a good cut too.
I know there's a lot of characters more deserving now since they developed through most of the games since like the old school days. But now that MK9 is going back to the 2D roots with that 3D aspect, do you think it'd be good to have another adventure game like Mythologies, maybe some on Scorpion like you had talked about?
Oh yeah, it would be great for 2D, most definitely. If they take it in the right direction, because Mythologies was mostly like, you know, a death trap action adventure game. It mostly reminded me of like you're just going through levels and levels, death trap like levels. I mean, it's a cool aspect of the game, don't get me wrong, but I just saw it way too much enough in Mythologies, and that's pretty much what spawned off the death traps in Armageddon.
Yeah, I think Fujin was like one of the better characters to come out of that game. I mean, the backstory we got on Sub-Zero was cool, but I would like to see like another backstory.
Yeah, I mean, because I think we will see a Mythologies like concept game for the next game, or hopefully this one coming up. But if they take after the MK vs. DC storyline, I guess that'll be fine just as well. But a Mythologies game after MK9 would be definitely awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Hector had talked about the crypt and stuff, and I guess he said that they're listening to the fans and stuff this time around. I know we talked about this a little bit in like the first podcast about like replay channel and stuff. What do you think?
It will be a good thing observing your opponent when you're seeing him in battle, because you could see his weaknesses or which character to use. If he uses Cyrax, do I have to use Sector? If he's using Scorpion, do I use Sub-Zero? We'll pretty much even like that matchup up if we see their weaknesses or vital points in battle. Instead of like, you know, the same moves over the player doing the same moves, we can just, you know, back down from that fight and find someone else that's a suitable match for us in combat.
Yeah, I think with a replay channel, that's definitely good insight on spectator mode. But I think for a replay channel, I would like the fact that like if you have like a friend on your list or something, you know, that is good at the game or subpar at the game, you know, you could see where his style comes from, and you could either build off of that or you could help him improve.
Yeah, it would actually be a good aspect in the game, just gaining experience of how that player plays and which defenses you can use and gain from his skill knowledge.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it would be good too, because you could actually save and...
I know you had talked about something that would be unique in the game, the breaker thing.
Yeah, I think they should actually make that in the game as well, because they should have like a leaderboard for it. As much times as you would breaker it, like let's say if you breakered 200 times and you only did like 134 of them, that would add up to your leaderboards. It goes by difficulty, like novice to maximum. It goes through arcade category to like online category, how much breakers you done out of which ones you perform.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be kind of like the distance travel thing in Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah, that would be good, like the just impacts and the impacts.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's cool. But anyway, yeah, since we saw the gameplay, I guess, from Hector in Brazil, we got some new videos. I mean, it's not much too different from what we've seen like a few months ago, but it's definitely good to see that the game's coming along. I heard a member on MKO, Castleman, had said that they actually got the things now for the wake-ups, which is pretty cool. I mean, with the wake-up game and everything, I just hope it's a little bit better than MK.
Yeah, I think it will be. It should be.
Yeah.
In terms of character and costume design, how do you think it turned out so far?
I think some of the characters we've seen look really good. I mean, Scorpion's a good revamp from his MK versus DCU look. Sub-Zero, I'm not really feeling. I mean, the outfit could have been a little bit better. I don't hate it, but at the same time, I'm not obsessed over it. I still think that there could have been a bit more detail they could have done on the upper portion. But, yeah, overall, I mean, the gameplay looks fluid. The animations don't seem stiff. I like the fact that all the characters have, like, different moves and stuff apart from other people in the game.
Yeah, the animations in that game is just really synthetic. I mean, when a player throws a punch, you could actually see it. It feels real. It doesn't feel stiff like in the past MK games.
Yeah.
And thank for that. And, you know, for character design and costume, I think they did a alright job so far. Wonderful on some characters. It's pretty much elegant in terms of design. You know, color really stands out.
And one of the videos, I saw one of Kung Lao's new moves where he bounces his head off the ground and kind of goes up into like a projectile. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, with Cyrax and stuff, we've seen some of, well, actually, I just want to touch base on it. What do you think about some of the win animations and the intro animations that they have where the characters come in doing those taunts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much like Street Fighters, but a lot more better. I think it should be different, like once every 4 fights, you know.
Yeah, kind of like Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to keep seeing the same repetitive intros from them.
Yeah.
As well, they won't get old.
Well, I think we pretty much covered everything we needed to. I did it anyway. You got anything else to say?
Yeah, I pretty much hope they will give Rain an outfit I would pretty much like to see. Because I know he's well deserved of it because he's pretty much been held back and in the shadows of the storyline of MK. I really hope he gets his Adenian Prince outfit. Not too much armor. Stick to the traditional ninja outfit, but not too much ninja. Make it Prince-like with a little bit of samurai.
Yeah, I think that if the WB team listens to this, you know, I think they can get some perspective out of what we're saying. So, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks for joining me, Quario, again.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, guys. I guess we'll talk to you in the next one.
See ya.
Later.